in Africa on the night of the terror attacks in Benghazi, Libya, told his side of the story today. And it apparently did not make the Obama administration look any better. Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel has details.
In a closed-door classified briefing looking into the military response to the Benghazi attack last September 11th, retired four-star General Carter Ham, who was then the commander of AFRICOM, told lawmakers he was not consulted when the White House reviewed preparedness for a 9/11 anniversary.
Well, the biggest takeaway today was that no amount of heroic effort could overcome the White House's lack of preparedness on September 11th, the day that these attacks took place in Benghazi.
The White House put out a statement on September 10th about then White House counterterrorism advisor John Brennan convening numerous meetings to review security measures and, quote, steps taken to protect U.S. persons and facilities abroad, as well as force protection. Today, lawmakers heard from General Ham, Rear Admiral Brian Losey, former head of Special Ops Forces in Africa, and Army Lieutenant Colonel Steve Gibson, who was in Libya last September 11th. In addition to figuring out what went wrong, there was a focus on lessons learned.
Our priority is making sure that whatever mistakes were made, that they don't happen again, and that we learn from those actions.
Much of what is known about the potential military response to Benghazi came from a State Department whistleblower's testimony in front of the House Oversight Committee last month.
How did the personnel react to being told to stand down?
They were furious. I can only say, well, I will quote Lieutenant Colonel Gibson. He said, "This is the first time in my career that a diplomat has more balls than somebody in the military."
Today, Roby says there was no stand-down order, but the call was made that security forces had to protect Tripoli instead.
Both places that were in a position of harm, potential harm, and ultimately harm in Benghazi to American lives. And we learned today that he was not told to stand down, but in fact he was told to stay.
In response to General Ham, a White House spokesperson says the Pentagon and Joint Chiefs were consulted ahead of the 9/11 anniversary, and the White House says typically combatant commanders like General Ham would not participate in those meetings. Brett?
Mike, thank you.